Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Okay, so these are free collective readings. They may not resonate with everybody, so take what resonates and leave the rest. And for some, these may resonate from start to finish. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel. It really helps my channel to grow. And again, these are my new cards. So I may need to refer to the book at some point. I may need to. Let me just get the book, just in case. Alright, so what does my collective need to know? What does my collective need to know? Also, these are past, present, future, okay? So we'll soon see what we've got coming out. So we've got the Five of Pentacles, alright? Somebody who wants you to be poor of heart, okay? Poor of heart, like a poor heart. There could be something surrounding a heart attack spell, okay? For some, surrounding a heart attack spell. You've got a very angelic heart, is what I'm getting, okay? And somebody is trying to attack your heart. Let's see what the book says for next one. So a heart chakra, blockages, heart chakra attack, because they want you to be like left out of love. Or feeling left out of love. Maybe in a relationship. Poor at heart is what I'm getting. Is what they are wanting. You to have a poor heart or a poorly heart, an ill heart, like them. Then we've got the Hanged Man. We've got the Hanged Man and the Eight of Swords. Oh, Lord. So, yeah, with the Hanged Man, like manipulation, and Eight of Swords, trying to create some mental entrapment. So, the Hanged Man, okay, manipulating the heart, because there's something surrounding maybe a heart attack spell or heart attack ritual. Eight of Swords. Somebody wants to see you be crying and in some sort of mental entrapment. So they want to affect and manipulate your physical health and your mental health. Somebody who wants to make you feel trapped. Oh, look. They want to burn your brain out. Okay? Maybe people, they may like the way your brain works, okay? Could be very smart and intelligent and have a good heart, a good head on your shoulders and a good heart. But somebody wants to create some sort of entrapment, okay? Somebody wants to play games. Eight of Cups. Somebody who you could have walked away from at some point. Four of Wands. Somebody who you could have walked away from, okay? Somebody who you could have lived with at some point. They, maybe even people in your hometown. Somebody wants you to be just as sick as them. Someone who's like dicing with death, okay? He's on like some sort of like rope or something. Somebody who wants to see you fall. They want to see you wobbling, but maybe having a wobble with the Eight of Swords, which can mean mental entrapment, okay? And burn your brain out. Heartburn, also. This could be someone who gets heartburn a lot. This could also be somebody who has been playing and messing with your head and your heart for a very long time. Someone who has been messing with your head and your heart because they're not liking how much you radiate. Somebody who does not want to see you happy in love. Even if you are single, they don't want to see you loving yourself. Okay? They'd rather have you in this downpour. Not of success, but downpour of like sadness and this could be also somebody who you walked on eggshells around. Feeling like you walked on eggshells, 555. Feeling like you walked on eggshells. It could be a narcissist, someone who is very manipulative. Maybe their brain's not functioning well. And with the dice card, they love to play games. Could be trying to dice with divine masculine, divine feminine's life. Somebody who wants to create some sort of entrapment and trap you in limbo to stop you from being able to move forward and be happy, be at peace, be in the vibrational frequency of love. Nine of Swords. It's overwhelming. They just want you to be overwhelmed with stress. Also, to affect your brain and affect your heart. Somebody who loves to play games. Somebody who you feel you may be walking on eggshells around. Or that's what they want. They want you to be walking on eggshells. Someone who wants to feel that they're more bigger, more stronger, more powerful. And they're trying to create some sort of diversions, alright, in your life. Some sort of confusions within yourself. But this could be someone who's confused with their gender. You know, like their sexual. Somebody who's very confused. They want you to be confused. And also, because of these game playings and these mind games, okay, and messing with divine masculine, divine feminine's heart, they just want to be looking down on you. So this is someone who knows you are actually above them. You know, like, this is somebody who does some horrible, evil things and malicious things, and they think that they can look down on you and point the finger at you. Someone who's dicing with death, someone who's dicing with masculine or feminine's life. Somebody who wants to play big man, big woman, big man, big woman type of energy. And with the Nine of Swords, it's overwhelming. Two of Pentacles. Some sort of like confusion. Creating a lot of confusion. Okay. Not knowing where to go. Probably even some sort of confusion magic. Somebody wants you to feel lost. But they could be lost in their own world. And because they've been so focused, we have like account hacking. They've been so focused, so identity crisis. Maybe you know who you are, okay? You know you've got a good head on your shoulders, and you know you have a good heart. This could be somebody who's stalking, okay? Tunnel. They want to drag you through some sort of darkness, okay? But there is light at the end of the tunnel, and you are about to take flight, is what I'm getting. Look, you're an angel, earth angel. Spread your wings. Spread your wings. Somebody who doesn't want you to take flight. Someone who's deliberately tried to push you in some sort of darkness and keep you in there, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. And you are about to take flight. But with the Three of Swords, it's something to do with attacking your heart, and they want you to experience heartbreak or a heart attack or love block spells, okay? and they want you to be left out in the cold. So it could be somebody who you walked away from, who's not liking that. I'm getting a stalkerish type of energy, okay? Somebody wishes that they was you. They had your heart. They had your brain. Someone who's not on your wavelength, okay? Someone who's got a lot of psychological issues, who likes to play a lot of psychological games, a lot of mind games, psychological warfare, so they can feel like they're big, like, look at you, look at your mental health, look at you. But they've got a bad heart, and they've got a bad brain, and they want a big man, big woman type of energy, okay? Someone who could be trying to boss you around and tell you what to do, and someone who wants to point the finger and stop you from being happy with yourself, like the way you look also. But this is also somebody who had some sort of attraction to you at some point, who's confused, felt lost ever since you left. They are guilty with the 9 of Swords, okay? I'm getting some sleepless nights. Overwhelming amount, okay, of mind games and stalking, and they don't want you to take flight. With this taking flight card, with airplane, but then there's the wings. They don't want to see you spread your wings and fly and soar. So with this tunnel, could have gone through dark night of the soul, because they are deliberately trying to push divine masculine, divine feminine into the darkness. And with this 7 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles, they're very mean, they're very possessive, they're very controlling, okay? That so much so, they think they have a right to hack your accounts, okay? Because they want to know who you are messaging. There's the Swords. That is the truth. It's somebody who wishes that they was as adventurous as you, or as outgoing, and somebody who could have tried to do some sort of a destiny swap. Oh my lord, someone who does not want to see you happy in love. Jeez, you know. So I'm going to go to, which one should I go to first? If I can find it. Judgment. So they are under divine judgment. If you want to make a drastic change in your life, find the courage to take a risk, dusting off all dreams that you may have abandoned. But this could also be somebody who struggles with abandonment issues. They can't believe you left, and because you left, they've never been able to get over that. So they've been doing a lot of stalking and spying, sneaky, deceptive, dishonest. With the 3 of Swords as well, what they have done is try to break your heart many a times. They say just once they've tried to break your heart as a form of attack. They've tried to mentally torture, playing games with the 8 of Cups, but you could have walked away, because 8 of Cups could be like walking away, and 8 of Cups can also mean some sort of commitment, an energy where they want you back. Someone who just wants to be able to kiss you again. Ugh. Oh, you don't want to be kissing again. Let me tell you that. Especially not with all this stalking and what they've done, okay? Because there's a very manipulating type of energy. Especially with that coming through about walking on eggshells. Yeah, they want you to be confused of where to go. Like if you had like a straight up and down direction where you wanted to go, and you knew where you was going because, you know, you was flying, you was spreading your wings. They just want to create an entrapment somebody who doesn't like to see how high up you actually are. They want to believe that they're bigger and they're more higher, maybe in spiritual ranking, or they just want to be able to point the finger at you to divert people's attention on what they're actually doing. Okay, so have a little look-see. I'll find it. Oh, the world. Fulfillment. Soon you will be faced with a series of favourable circumstances that may finally make your dream come true, fulfilling all your hopes and aspirations. So definitely somebody who doesn't want to see you achieve your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, okay? They definitely don't want to see you in another relationship with anybody. They really don't. They've created a lot of diversions, deliberately tried to set back and hold back and create diversions. Because they don't want you to be soaring, flying. But I'm getting that this masculine, this feminine is speaking the truth about a certain events, what's been happening. And with this Ace of Cups, they don't want you to have like unconditional love with the Lover's card. And maybe if you are single, they don't want you to love yourself because they've got it all mapped out. The plots, the plans, the schemes. Look, Two of Swords, to block. Divine masculine, divine feminine. Path, to try and block and create so many diversions. If they find out you are going one way, they're going to come out and try and block that. And they've got the powers involved. They have got their powers involved. Ten of Swords, backstabbing, powers. Ace of Pentacles. The way this is. Because they want to be able to chase people away. Don't come near him. Don't come nearer. The man is what I'm getting. Don't come near him. Don't come nearer the man. Could be some snakes. Okay, someone who's very snaky, venomous, toxic and poisonous. Very poisonous. Very poisonous. They will poison anyone they can. So come against this masculine and feminine. They will poison anyone they can. They just want to sink that ship. Okay? Anything to block and sink the ship, man. But masculine feminine is always in some sort of prosperity type of energy, divine type of prosperity energy, and they're doing everything they can. With this Five of Pentacles, to block off crown chakra, quite possibly, create some sort of blockages in the brain. Crown chakra, blockages, heart chakra, blockages. To make you cross and angry, because they're very cross and they're very angry because you walked away and left them. Someone who's just got a bee in the bonnet. So much manipulation. They want to hunt these type of people down, yeah, and chase them away. She's mine, he's mine. Stay away. Someone who believes that they still own this masculine, this feminine. We've got the Chariot card and the Devil card. It's an obsession. It's an obsession of trying to gain some sort of control of somebody else's destiny and full life. No, you can't speak to him, you can't speak to her. No, you're not going out with him, you're not going out with her. No. I'm getting, I'll make sure of it. Wow. Four of Pentacles and Three of Swords. Very mean, very heartbreaking type of a story. They are under judgment for it again, but sneaking around, sneak attacks. Yeah, this is quite possibly the Tower Darling. And if they see, yeah, it is the Tower. Defeat. If they see anyone, they just want to come near Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. They want to defeat them. We've got the Star card. They don't like healers. They don't want others to become inspired by you. They don't want anyone looking up to you. They're doing everything they can to ruin Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine's full life path. Full life story. Could also be like a destiny type of a swap. Aye, aye, aye. They just want to sink that ship and have the ship capsize, but I'm getting the more you focus on healing, okay, and trying to move forward from these chaotic and traumatic events, because there's a lot of chaos and a lot of trauma there, and obviously if you are getting your accounts hacked and they're trying to view your messages even though you're not even with them in a relationship, because they want to block the happiness. It's a really bad obsession with this Devil card. They're obsessed with trying to create diversions. Someone who doesn't want you to put all the pieces of the puzzle together. Also, they don't want you to put all the pieces of the puzzle together. They don't want you to put two and two together and figure out what's actually going on down. Because they want to create a lot of confusion. But they're confused with their own life. And without them doing this, they'd have nothing. It's somebody who just wants to just bloody fight and do anything they can to cause an uproar of the sun. Yeah, good luck lies ahead. Be prepared for an unforgettable experience full of happiness, serenity and joy, because all adversities will be overcome. And it's come straight after the card what can also symbolise adversity. So one hell of a battle against the darkness, dark night of the soul, taking flight, being able to spread your wings. Someone who wants you to be like spiritually poor or energetically poor. I'm also getting some sort of obsession magic, because they want to occupy your brain. And you know when you've been through trauma, you've got like receptors, like say like there's receptors what are all like linking up like this, yeah. Through a lot of traumatic events and stuff, these receptors can like break off, and they don't want them to come back together again. It's someone who's proper trying to burn and traumatise, so there's nothing left. And they want you not to be able to love yourself or heal yourself or be in that energetic field of prosperity. and happiness and abundance and healing. Someone who doesn't want to see you shine. Because they've been working on trying to take your happiness. 7 of Wands. Always having to stand your ground. Like feeling overworked, like having to work at healing, okay? 9 of Pentacles. It's someone who wants to be like getting up, like could also be to do with financial stability, independence, and independent business or businesses, okay? But they want transferring over to them, but they just want to be like, say if you're climbing up here and you get to so far, they're the type of person to want to take you off the ladder, maybe even a property ladder, off the ladder and have you fall down so then they can get up there first. But they tried to knock masculine and feminine down time and time again, but their time is running out. Time is ticking. It's like a ticking time bomb. A ticking time bomb. Time and time again. Have they tried to bring trauma to stop you from having some sort of normal functioning brain, so they can say, look, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. There's someone who proper wants to point the finger and look down, but the very low vibrational, the very toxic, the very slivery, slimy snakes, okay? They dice with people's lives and love to play mind games with the dice, and like this card here. Very manipulating type of energy. With a hangman, they just love to manipulate anyone they can and to create confusion and try and create blockages. Derail because they don't like how in control you are. So it's definitely someone who wants you to flip out. And you to be overcome with emotions. It's someone who really wants to see you crying. Someone who's got an obsession with making you cry. Someone who's made you cry before. They get off on it and it feeds them. Ugh. These people are vile, aren't they? They get off on it and it feeds them. Someone who wants to make out like you are mentally and emotionally unstable while they are doing these things, but they don't want to get caught with the 7 of Swords. They don't want to get caught in the crossfire. They don't want the backlash, okay? They definitely don't want to face accountabilities for what they've done. It's somebody who never says sorry. So we've got dreams of love, become reality, reconciliation, okay? Propitious encounters, a question of love is resolved positively, joy from sons and daughters. So if you are not in contact with your sons or your daughters, okay, right now, because this could be, again, for some, could have tried to take control of a child or children, even though I'm getting that this person's done all the work, there's going to be reconciliation. And there's somebody who wants to come on in with some sort of a love offer. They like how you stand your ground. They like the way you think. Okay. Someone who thinks you are lucky. Like a lucky charm. Someone's trying to charm their way in. Reconciliation with child or children, okay, for some, because Somebody could have tried to take control of child or children and be very toxic and malicious. That's for some. Let me have a look at this one. Because there's a romantic gesture, a love offer coming towards divine masculine, divine feminine. Roses, flowers. Somebody's not wanting to see you be showered with gifts and love from anyone else. Wow. Not if I get my hands on him, and not if I get my hands on her type of energy. No way will this union or love story be happening, because if I got my hands on him, or if I got my hands on her type of energy, they've done some sort of blockages and hexes. Definitely some love block and hexes on the heart, like, because they want to pierce that heart, like they took shots. They want to know, but they want to get you right where it hurts, is what I'm getting. So we've got a young admirer. Could be a blonde man, doesn't have to be, okay? Or perhaps a friend or collaborator could bring you good news about making your dreams come true. But it does seem like some love offer, or a business offer, or a job offer. Maybe for summer homecoming. Someone could be coming from abroad, okay? Someone could be taking you abroad, okay? Someone could be wanting to take you out for like drives. Could even be some sort of snowboarding, like adventures. Someone with this pain thinks you are perfect, the missing piece of their puzzle. The missing piece of the puzzle. They're going to a high priestess, because they want to know who masculine feminine is moving forward to within love. A strong connection to the divine is what I'm getting. Very angelic type of a heart, a light heart, okay? Somebody who's not cruel or mean. But there is a very cruelty type of energy, so someone could have had a lot of cruel things done to them. This is also like somebody who wants to watch you getting on with somebody else, so they can at least see. Ew. Someone who's been working against it time and time again, someone from past, and somebody's paying for crystal ball readings. Because they're like obsessed with seeing what you are doing. So obsessed. Who's coming towards them? Alright? Pulling up chairs. Investing a lot of time. Either birthing new ideas, birthing a new beginning. Okay? Could be a reuniting between child and they want it all mapped out, how to create blockages. Could even be moving to a different country for some. Could also be a move to a different country. business, career, love life, taking off. Maybe even like a company or companies, or somebody wants your company. Somebody likes your ideas, the way you think, the way you look, the way you talk, the way you act, the way you speak. Somebody like that, darling. And these backstabbers, a copying. What do you mean, Jerry? Wow. Promiscuous. Backstab, deceit, traitor, not to be trusted, because these slithery, slimy snakes are not to be trusted. Very venomous, and it could be also like a promiscuous ex-friend or a promiscuous ex or a side piece. Could be ex-karmic friend who's also, we've got bearing evidence, something about straight up copy and pasting and trash talking, because they want to get a room with this masculine or feminine, hotel, motel, suite, because there's like flowers, there's either birthing new ideas or a baby or reunited with child or children. Someone who just loves to gossip, and somebody who threw the full relationship away for someone who was cheating and throwing the relationship away, someone who's got like an sex addiction. Karmic friends or family or exes trying to trash talk and downgrade the divine masculine, divine feminine, and they don't want to hear about anyone coming towards masculine, feminine. Jezebel type of energy. Somebody could have been cashing checks, copy and pasting, cashing checks. Okay. Got some sort of divorce. Could have even been married at some point, or somebody who has been divorced and married at some point, a promiscuous female, is trying to create blockages with malicious lies and rumours. We've got runaway and sex shop and recording. Someone who's linking to some sort of prostitute, okay, someone who sleeps around a lot, because I'm obviously this karmic female who I'm tapping into. There's some sort of recording of how she wants to be just like this female who's got skills, who's very intuitive, who's very in tune with their spiritual self. And we've got malicious, fake ass bitches who's been doing now but backstab. And they want to be in this private relationship with this masculine, put lippy on. But all they do with a situation's about to explode, shit's about to pop off in flames, they just burn your head out. So we've got a karmic female and a karmic masculine. And with this check yourself and crystal ball, okay, and this high priestess type of energy, they could be going for crystal ball or tarot readings and constant trying to check on in, but also tapping in through devices for a malicious purpose, because it's a control, but somebody wants to invest in a future. Romantic, like very romantic. Roses, flowers, dates. Someone who wants to have you in your life path. But there is this element of these backstabbing bitches who could be doing this to feminine or masculine. But I am getting a backstabbing bitch type of energy who's trying to copy off a feminine and posed to be this feminine with this copy and paste. Could even be involved in stealing some work because they've got like people at some sort of sex shop or very promiscuous females around them that they should have this or in the fields. They're so depressed. They are falling apart at the thought of this masculine feminine having like some sort of union or child, like reunion with child or children, and they're so depressed and they get in their feels. High level of intelligence, emotional, okay? A very strong mind. Attracting snakes and stuff like that who are very emotionally manipulating and think that they should, because they've been with this masculine or feminine at some point, control their full life. But it's a very mean type of energy. But I am getting maybe someone wants to invest in like business or businesses. Somebody wants to work with the divine masculine, divine feminine, maybe some sort of funding. And they're just like, nah, these haters, I can't believe it. They're so insecure, but they're always off the tits on drugs. They're always off the tits on a shit ton of drugs. And I don't mean a bit of the odd herb rolling. I mean like they're off their tits on all these different drugs all the time, and their head's been bent out from this partying type of lifestyle. Someone who struggles with a lot of addictions wants you to be addicted, like sex addictions, multiple partners. It's someone who wants you to have like more partners, or is made out like you've had more partners than what you have. But I am getting that this hussy type of energy. I slept with a lot of people, this hater. I slept with a lot of people. And for some strange reason, they think that they deserve this life. And for masculine often, it's someone who tried to get child or children snatched, but there is going to be a reconciliation. And they're under judgment for what they've done. Stress you out. They want to burn that brain out. 10 of Wands, stress you out. This is like a foreign type of energy. You could be going abroad. Again, a lot of travelling. Different like religious areas. I'm getting like historical type of places. Oh, that kind of goes with that as well, doesn't it? God, I'm good. Historical type of places like history, museums, okay? But this is somebody who's well known. And this is someone who's very respectful. Someone who's well known, someone who's very respectful, somebody who is very respected, wants you to be respected, and they can see that you are surrounded by a lot of haters who just want you to feel insecure, and they're doing everything they can to burn your brain out. Trash talk, yeah. Because it is business and pleasure. So, but I have heard from research, you shouldn't mix the two together, should you really? I mean, it might work for some people, business and the pleasure. But someone wants to collaborate in business, travelling, historical, you know, like museums and like artifact type of energy, what I'm picking up on. Madness though, that. Madness. And I'll talk about like, yeah, God, I'm good in it. Right, so, just pick myself up there. Hold on. I'll float my own boat, innit? Right, so, Four of Cups. Stability. Fruitful and constructive friendships favour the realisation of your dream, family and harmony. So it's somebody who wants you to be in their family. Somebody who shares like similar dreams and goals as you and aspirations. Somebody who is into similar type of things. Again, a child or children or grandchild, grandchildren. Yeah, they don't want you to be able to go straight forward. They just want you to be to-ing and fro-ing. Instead of being in like balance, in peace, 46, 46. Harmony. There's haters who is jealous of your spiritual gifts, your skills, your talents, your connection to the divine also, because they want that. So they can go, look, I'm bigger than you. Or someone who wants to play the big man, but they're actually teeny tiny as well, or big woman. Yeah? And also with that running, what came out is someone who wants to rile you up to make you kick on off. You know, like if it's feminine who's been like hating on another feminine who's like constantly sleeping around with everybody, and maybe this feminine's just not like that and not slept with as many people, so they're hating, and with the feminine hating how much they love themselves or care about themselves and how much they care for the child or children. But again, there's a lot of travelling, a lot of manipulating, look. Could have been something surrounding prison or court or something, or some stolen work. We've got a pregnancy coming on up in the future. And a love story. I know it. And these manipulating exes, family members, okay, just want masculine or feminine to make bad choices, to ruin their life, because like they've deliberately tried to make masculine or feminine kick off with a load of like backstabbing and a lot of lies to control the narrative, to change the way this masculine or feminine is viewed, and then they want you to be crying because there's been a lot of trash talking. As someone who loves malicious gossip, darling, yeah, they're under judgment, because these are the type of people who won't say shit to your face and won't even get in a ring or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, and fight it out in a ring. They just love to slide around the streets, you know, bitching. Look, there could have been some sort of court case or something like that, where they was doing everything to control the way masculine or feminine is viewed by bringing so much chaos and trauma and trying to constantly attack and manage, micromanage, and then have masculine and feminine on their own, instead of being like free and being able to do. Someone who wants masculine or feminine trapped, like literally, this could even be to the point where an ex is trying to rile you up so you pop on off, so they can go, look, you can't say this about him or her, you can't say that, you know, but they're allowed to do all these malicious things. And like for a feminine against a feminine, a malicious toxic cow chatting shit, and maybe feminine standing up to these malicious people and decked them one, or masculine, one of his exes. Nothing but malicious lies and rumours, because this is what these people are like. They're all the same. But somebody sees how rare you actually are. And the thought of them seeing you happy with someone else in some sort of commitment who doesn't hate this divine masculine, divine feminine, they love. Tired of the drama. But these people love the drama, and they love to be off the tits on drugs all the time. Going to be some sort of check from the courthouse of militia chatting shit. They're wanting to run away and go, I'm scared of him, I'm scared of her. Not mean shit. And the courts have not seen it for how it actually is, because, well, the courts are very manipulating too. So manipulating some sort of court proceedings, okay, something to do with children, and these people who are now but straight up copy and pasters who want to straight up copy and paste and then kick the real one to the curb and be like, yeah, that's me. Police matter. Fighting for what you love, I haven't got time to accept, but somebody's been slamming a police officer or someone who works in law to get away with what they've been doing, a hussy, who's now but manipulating our, you know, a bent copper. Here, we've got corrupt coppers. Hey, so much drama, so much trash talking to stop a new beginning. It's not funny, is it? But somebody has been working with a high priestess, getting like crystal ball readings, because they want a commitment and they want some sort of forward movement. So if someone's trying to create some sort of blockages, I'm trying to like stop that forward movement. It's something surrounding being trapped but being free again. And if masculine or feminine does stand up for themselves, these other people will start running, because they can only do like online bullying. They can only do, and they want to be getting clout for what they've done, these militias. And then they play dumb. I don't know what you're talking about, I didn't do that. Like, someone who's like, for some, like online cyber, you know, that computer, because they don't want you to be in control of your own life, your own destiny. It's someone who just they want to make you wobble. And it could be someone who's always like partying or drinking and taking a shit ton of drugs. But again, somebody wants to have drinks with you. Moon card. Could be a businessman. So tug of ropes. There's a fight. To defend, to stand up and defend yourself. There's always a fight to stand up and defend yourself from a lot of people. Maybe this is where this, you know, moving away and maybe being able to buy your own home, okay, at some point, and get away from these type of people before their shit starts sinking, because somebody's going down. Someone's been trespassing in like foreign ground, unknown ground. Someone's been trespassing also. Trespassing. Sneaking around the property. trespassing type of energy. Someone who works at a sexual. Or somebody who even wants to see you with a toy. Yeah. I am getting some mad shit, but I don't want to be hearing or reading into, to be honest. But even like these side pieces and shit, they could be wanting to burn your brain out, so then you're on prescription drugs, but there's some sort of investigation going down with these toxic people, toxic family members, quite possibly. Oh, sorry about that. Toxic exes, toxic family members, okay? Toxic community, town, but some people are moving away from this town, or city, or state, maybe moving abroad. Because they are jealous that you are more stronger than them, mentally. So they're constantly backstabbing because they know you're stronger. A lot of people have been collaborating, quite possibly doing spell work to send you on the down. And if you have a business or businesses, or they've been straight up copy and pasting, trying to take businesses away, straight up copy and pasting these toxic people. They don't want to see you expand because there's some sort of publicity, there's some sort of fame, stardom, publicity, adventures, okay? Like get for like the feminine, the masculine will be getting other people to carry luggage, is what I'm getting for some. And someone's a clout seeker. They want to come up off the back of that energy, that work, or that success. But they're going down because somebody could be going to prison for what they've been doing. They're constantly trying to play games. Could be something hitting the news. Definitely some sort of forward movement surrounding them with the Eight of Swords getting locked up for the games what they've been playing, trying to divert attention onto them because they want to be this person's ultimate happiness. Like, it's so mad. It's so mad. It's not going to look, see, using you for clout. Oh, they just want recognition. But that's why they're going to end up going down, because they want recognition for outnumbering and like creating blockages from all angles and stalking, even on the streets, and trying to get into house or home and trying to get access to computers, hacking accounts and maybe even some stolen work, or trying to take that business ownership for themselves. For some. I mean, Luke could be significant. For Sean Dolan. Or they just don't want you to be lucky. very toxic bullying hometown, or is what I'm getting. To struggle, friendship, attraction, alliance, to fight a common enemy, potential conflict at the moment your dream should come true. And that's what they're doing. They're trying to bring conflict and chaos all the time to stop someone's dreams from coming true by trash talking, sex magic, wants to run their mouth but run away. But they've been doing this for a long time. They've been doing this for a long time. To me, I already know the tea. They fantasize and dream about either getting back with you, this karmic ex, masculine or feminine, or they fantasize and dream about having like some sort of money from your work and being able to sleep with your partner behind your back. But that's not going to happen with this next one. It's someone who always wants to just slide on in and slam everybody, gossip, drama, and then watch it go down, because that's all they fantasise about is malicious gossip and drama. But then, because they're getting some sort of like arrested, okay, because of maybe some sort of evidence of everyone trying to manipulate and lie and control, and then just laughing, because it's, look, ashamed after what they did, only when they're being bloody caught. But it's somebody who should be ashamed. Somebody who wants to shame you. Can't even get it. Playing the mind games. Very good at manipulating things to go in their favour. And they're very codependent. And someone's depressed because you won't take them back. And they want to listen into your phone calls. Maybe somebody in law chose to defend the wrong party and was defending the ones who was hacking accounts and doing malicious messages, stalking, bullying. Look, phone hacker, account hacker. And the cops, what, it was fist bumping. Oh, we're all pals here. Of course I'll get you out of this and get you off on this. And abusing law for selfish gains, playing dumb. These are all the people who are trying to make out like they've not been doing anything, but they're real good at it. And then wanting clout for it though, with each other, the pals. Wants to take your business. Wants to take down your business. Checking who you talk to. We've got a shop assistant involved. Someone with fake lips involved. Masculine ex-stalking. Could have PTSD. Someone with brown hair involved. Wants everything you have. And maybe you've just not wanted to tolerate that type of behaviour, but the more masculine or feminine, yeah, and one of these females is proper hungry for it. Anything, and I mean absolutely anything. Proper hungry for it. Bullying in groups, gang, a lot of bullying, blatant stalking and gaslighting, fatal attraction. But they've been leaving digital footprints, and there could be some sort of a huge payout coming, because if there's been some sort of stolen work or they're monetising on it and trying to split something between themselves, a huge payout is coming, and they're going to get slam dunked in some sort of courtroom. Traded you in for a fake friend. This could have been an ex who traded you in for a fake ass friend. Blind. Lacking empathy and remorse. Traded. Being cleared. Never say sorry and never admits wrongdoing. I said that in the beginning, innit? Someone who wants to be a Luciferian or something. Someone who loves toxic behaviour, toxic relationships, malicious lies, rumours, We've got a dodgy lawyer. Paying people to shut up, gagging order. But they are being watched. No way. Oh, he's off the wall. She's off the wall, aren't they? So many. Because of this business. What's not confident because they're very insecure. But I'm getting that this is somebody who tries to make out like they're more prettier or more intelligent. But honestly, all team up together being pals. And they've got like a hate list. People who they hate. They bully them. They do all these horrible things. Look, they want to thrash them online, in groups, fake accounts, fake identity, and the pals, and it's just pathetic, and hacking accounts, and tracking this masculine, feminine wherever they go, because there's a lot of stalking, yet somebody's been done wrongfully, because they've had enough. Set up for crimes, you see. Out of people to cover their backs, lying on earth, playing the victim, when actually, because they've got a crazy obsession, and they're paranoid about being caught because they've gone too far now, someone with a crazy obsession who will do literally anything, and a serial cheater involved, who will do absolutely anything in order to ruin. Even attack child or children is what I'm getting. Even attack child or children. Oh look, I'm sure this is the death card. Full card, the youth. Because of this generational wealth, what they want to take control of, because they don't want to see masculine or feminine have their own home or a happy relationship. They're under so much judgment. Because I'm getting that they're even trying to bring an ending to child or children. Full card can be like youth, because with this Ten of Pentacles, some sort of generational wealth, okay? Copy and pasting someone else's business ideas, plagiarism, wanting it all for themselves. They could have took some. Then they want to even bring an ending to child or children. Four of Swords, and trap them. Six of Wands, because they're jealous of some sort of success and happiness in the future. Could even be some sort of a knife attack, what they're under judgment for. Knife or sword or some sort of judgment for knife attack or a premeditated attack. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Because they will do everything with the Three of Swords to break masculine and feminine's heart. Nine of Wands and try and trample all over them. Their full life. But it also could be somebody who wants to get away from pending charges and leave the country. Or pending charges. And get away. Oh my lord. Again, something could be hitting the news. Forward movement, love offer. And people could be locking some people up. Because I'm getting some sort of premeditated and trying to block a reconciliation. And do something really mean, even to the kids. Because they dream of having some sort of happiness and their own home themselves. And wealth. Somebody could have took some wealth and bought a home themselves. From using someone else's brainwork, someone else's ideas. And they just want to be seen all powerful. But can you see like this devilish type of figure? Someone who's teamed up with the devil to attack a baby, child, children, and they're going to end up in prison. And they're going to go through a tower. Because they've done this to a healer, a star, a very strong starseed Starlight quality, very strong. And with this windmill, they've just been running someone through the mill. Could be a feminine. Could be someone who's a writer. Someone whose heart is as light as a feather. I'm sure I said that in the beginning. A light heart as light as a feather. I'm sure I said that in the beginning. So just more confirmation. Jealous of you being able to have money for your own home, for your own work. Because they don't want to see you have that. Someone who's willing to harm the child or children just to get back. So yeah. Because they want you to be puzzled, confused. But we've got, coming out of confusion, we've got big eyes, computer tech, best friend secretly hates you, copycat doppelganger, I can't even make it up. Because they want to be you and then be like, look, you're in, or whatever, see how they're in darkness, because they want to be in the light and they want to seek credits and recognition. Oh my lord, look, copycat, and then a best friend or ex-best friend secretly hates, wants to hack a computer, see what you are doing, they're all getting locked up. Oh look, even trying to hack into bank account, confusion spells, and if they have stolen any money, they're gonna go bankrupt. Like if there's a big, look, corrupt judge snatching children, I can't even make this up. Because I was getting some sort of illegal protection. But what they've done is feed into the danger. Could be someone who's worked music, feed into the danger, and a lot of people wanted to pay off drug debts or buy drugs with some sort of money. Karmic family. Need time out, and they want to be able to have time where they can spend all this money, alright? Because I'm getting something to do with money, because they've been going bananas, these addicts. Will do anything low vibrational for money, and we've got a dark warlock. Again, because the death card come out, that they are even involved in trying to sacrifice children. Oh my god. And suicide spells. Going to try to do this to someone who's 4'4". We've got spiritual awakening. We've got someone who's a local bike, he's just proper watching, who's got a strange perception of reality. We've got glamour spells is what they're paying for. Could be a witness to these crimes, or other people are a witness to somebody trying to sacrifice a child or children. And there was some sort of wrongful court proceedings what let this dangerous situation keep escalating, and there was paid some sort of money under the table. Because somebody wanted to take control of money and spend it on a shit ton of drug trafficking, because they wanted to be really happy with like the fruits that someone else is like harvesting. And taking like some control of work or their full life of destiny. But this is so bad how many people's got involved in this. Pulling up chairs, acting like a fucking big man, big woman, casting judgment on the people who keep trying to walk all over the masculine feminine, take everything, because they want to be like, oh look at me, I'm having a good, luxurious, rich life. While they're deliberately trying to push this masculine feminine in the dark, look, you see the shadow. Someone who wants to work in the shadows. Someone who wants to work in the shadows. And somebody who's very, 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 very dark, malicious, so toxic. Someone's always getting lippy. Someone who loves the drama. These fake ass bitches who are just fantasising, but they fucked the fuck on up because they've been getting watched on some sort of cameras, okay? They could have been going on holiday with some sort of money. And look. Banks under investigation surrounding some sort of wealth. Because they just wanted to squash someone in the courtroom and do like some sort and create a lot of confusion. Because they didn't want this masculine or feminine to have their own financial stability, so there was backstabbing. Because they'd rather give it to these toxic little hussies. Caution, because they're so dangerous. Where people like them should have never got hold of some sort of money from this copywriting plagiarism, where splitting it amongst themselves, slamming each other, and manipulating court legal documentation, slamming each other, slamming each other, slamming each other, side bitches, proper causing drama all the time. But there's evidence. Maybe overlooking evidence at some point. But this is just like so bad on how they're trying to backstab and block maybe some sort of money or a love connection or someone being recognised for their own work. Somebody who wants to take recognition for someone else's work. Because there's a downpour, like a shower of abundance. And they think they should be showered with some sort of gifts from what's not even their money. Honestly, from taking control, ownership, someone's work, it's just so annoying me. So I'm going to tap out of it, because it's gone on over an hour. But there is something surrounding justice, and they've been trying to tug, create confusions and diversions. Could be a corrupt attorney. Who should have stood up for the right person. But because there was corrupts, they wanted to play some sort of games. They was investing and playing games. But these games are very evil, wicked games. Yeah, I'm going to leave it. It's all coming to light there. They're going to be locked up, heartbroken, knowing that masculine or feminine's got everything back to them. And getting their own home. Okay? Because there's good law involved. Who's going to bring some sort of justice and balance to the situation. Because that's what masculine and feminine deserve, the one who they've stolen from. Justice. They really do. From these cranks who keep teaming on up to block someone from being fruitful. Or in the energy of love, because some of them, their time's running out. Because I was working to block the truth by making some sort of dealage with the devil or a Capricorn. Deal with a devil or a Capricorn who wanted to be seen as more skilled, but what they've done is heartbreaking. Making deals to run this masculine feminine through the mill for their own work, but it is involved with masculine feminine teaming up and trying to get involved, yeah, in taking from copywriting, plagiarism, and taking hold of some sort of wealth and trying to sacrifice child or children in order to gain some sort of leverage and power, because they just wanted to trample. And oh, Jesus Christ, it's so much. But there is justice and balance. Because you was always supposed to get this in your destiny. But again, it could be some sort of writing. Or maybe even a book. exposing this. Maybe a life story type of book, like a film or Capricorn, Scorpio, Vegas, Taurus, Capricorn type of energy, but heavy on the Capricorn, and then Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Wanted to keep this toxic family secret or toxic games because they didn't want people to piece the puzzle together. No way. So toxic. So I'm going to go. Yeah. Justice is in future, like it's on the horizons and it's in the making, and somebody is about to get pushed into the limelight for what all these toxic people's done. A diamond in the rough type of energy. Yeah, send it peace, love and light anyways.